Shane, first of all, thank you for coming into studio. It's lovely to meet you again because, of course, we met at Strictly last week.
Yes.
And we had a great old chat.
We had a great time. It was actually the best laugh ever.
It was. And I just thought you were lovely. And then I started following you on TikTok, even though I'm not massively into TikTok, but I've started following you and a little bit about your story. So I knew you'd be a great interviewee. So can I just ask you to take me back to the very beginning?
Okay.
How did this phenomenon that is Shane start in terms of your online presence? When did you start on TikTok?
So I started, I think this month it's been 11 months. So when I started 11 months ago, it was all accidentally. There was no intentions of like doing content and become like a certain thing or whatever. It happened accidentally. So I started off by, I shared a few stories about coming out because you need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok, right? For some reason I wanted to go live and you needed 1,000 followers. So after sharing a few like videos about coming out, I got to the 1,000 followers, I went live. So where all the content came in was, so everyone on live on TikTok, like when I was live streaming, found me funny and they were like, would you do content? I said, not a hope, no, whatever. But then I ended up coming around to the idea of it and I done one video and that went well. I done a second video, then a third video and so on and so on, like so on. And yeah, to now I'm on 120,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah, it's actually more than that. I looked it up this morning. I think you're after getting more.
Oh, more.
It's massive. And I think one of the reasons why people like you so much is you're very open. You're open about being a traveller, about being a gay man.
Yes.
You're kind of an open book, really.
I try to be as open as I can anyway. It's important.
Yeah. And what's it like being a traveller growing up in Tralee?
So originally I'm actually not from Tralee. I'm from Listowel, but I'm living in Tralee with a few years. But I'd be very familiar with Tralee a lot as well. And I think growing up in any small town, being a traveller, like I've a lot of friends that settled people. Like my best friend is a settled person, my godchild is a settled person. Like I think there's good and bad in every community, whether that be a non-traveller, a traveller. And I've had experiences that wasn't so pleasant, and I've had mostly good experiences. And I just judge each person as it comes. But there were times it's hard, but like I suppose anywhere that I go that I don't feel appreciated or loved for who I am, I just go and find people that does make me feel like good about myself.
So would you say most of your experiences of being a traveller in Kerry have been good?
Yeah, most of them has been good, yeah.
Are things changing a bit?
Things is changing, maybe not as fast as I'd like, but things are changing. So any type of like change is better than no change whatsoever. Do you get me?
Yeah, so there isn't as much discrimination as there used to be.
Not as much anymore, no.
Yeah.
You still get it, but it's just like I think people is changing a little bit.
Okay. And talk to me about coming out, because coming out as a gay man is difficult for anybody. Mm-hmm. But I suppose coming out in the traveller community where I get the impression that travellers are quite conservative, quite
sometimes.
Catholic.
So I think where that comes in is that's a very actually important question. I love answering this. As I said earlier, with even like coming out or being like part of the LGBTQ, travellers are after moving on. Like 9 times out of 10. Travellers accepts me, and like just like any other kind of thing in life, you'll always have that like small percentage that don't. I think we're moving in the right direction, and I'm very proud of my community. We're moving in the right direction in many ways, but I would like if it moved a little bit faster with acceptance and stuff like that. It mightn't be moving as fast as say the settled community is moving with it. So I'd like to see it move a bit faster, but we're getting there. We're doing good.
Yeah, and I know you're close to your mum, and your mum is okay with it.
Yeah, my mum is good with it.
Yeah, and that means a lot to you, I'd imagine.
Me and my mother are like best friends, genuinely, we're like best friends.
She must be so proud of you, what you're doing at the moment.
My mother, literally, she called me Dora the Explorer. I'm like Dora the Explorer, I never stop. She's so used to me now. But I suppose it takes time for her to adapt as well, because I suppose I have a busy life now, and even anywhere she goes, you're Shane's mom, like all that. So she's trying to adapt and learn as well to this kind of new change. But yeah,
she's getting there.
She's getting there.
Are you living in Tralee now?
I'm living in Tralee with a few years, and I class this as the town where I'm going to be like at rest in. I love this town.
You love Tralee?
I love Tralee because when I was growing up anyway, I'd come to the cinema here. I know a lot of more people in Tralee than I would even in Listowel. I love Tralee. It has a lot to offer. It has a great community, and there's so much to offer. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tralee too.
I love it.
I'm not from Tralee either. I'm from Ballybunion, but Tralee is my home now. And what I like about your videos as well is that you're always kind of promoting Tralee and you're very positive about it.
Because you know what, I think, like, I don't know what my future has to hold for me. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I go on to so many great things. But I want, while I'm in this community, and I could be here forever, I want to do my part, because I see a lot of people forgetting about their community. Do you know what I mean? There might be a time where I find it harder to show more of Tralee and show more of the businesses. So while I have the opportunity, right now I'm going to do as much of that as I can, because you have to always remember kind of where you started and where you came from as well. Because if all that disappears tomorrow, wouldn't this be the community I have to come back to? And if they know that you remember them and loved them and supported them, they'll be the same people waiting for you if it doesn't work out.
Well, let's talk to me about your career now. Is it like, would I call you an influencer? Is that the right term?
That would be the term for me. I don't personally call myself that, but that is what I am. I like to say a content creator because I think calling myself an influencer is cringy, but that is would be my title, yeah.
And so content creator. So a lot of what you do is you're just, you know, putting out everyday life stuff, but you make it so funny. And like, I know I have a teenage daughter who loves your stuff and her friends all love your stuff, and you just strike a chord with people because you are naturally very funny. Were you always like that as a child?
To be honest with you, I say it's trauma done it to me, I swear to God. But I think, you know what it is? I think in my lifetime there was times that I didn't laugh as much as I did now. Times that I wasn't my happiest version. And with knowing that feeling of how I felt, my kind of thing is I don't ever want anyone to feel not happy. I want everyone to laugh. I don't ever want anyone to be like feeling like I did before. So I think that like with my content, I just like to, like, laughter to me is the best sound in the whole world. And that's all I want from people. At the end of the day, people might sit down, watch my videos. They could be financially drained, mentally drained, emotionally drained. And they just want to sit down, have a bit of fun, go on social media and see the good side of social media.
Yeah, absolutely, because social media gets a bad rep. And you're getting to the point now, I mean, even when you come into Radio Kerry, everyone wanted to meet you. You're like a celebrity around Tralee and beyond Tralee as well. How are you coping with that? Is it weird?
I think I love it because, like I said, I'm very lucky that in this town, 9 out of 10 people is so supportive to me. They hype me up. They do everything they can to be like, keep going. The advice, they'd call me aside and be like, don't give up, keep going. I love it. But in the other sense, it does change your normal life. It changes maybe the places you go because you have to be a bit more careful for the people that may not like you. Like when you're going on a night out, because obviously some days I'm human, you might just want to just like go on a night out and just like chill or whatever. And I suppose, and I'll never deny anyone photos, and I love like interacting with people. That's my favourite part of my day. But I think you trying to find a level of just like a day off from myself is hard. But, like I said, it makes my day interesting. Every time I go somewhere, Aldi's, Lidl, Dunn's, walking through the town, getting a haircut, people are so nice to me. So, there's nothing really to complain about. I just need to kind of like, I like to do a lot of self-care at home because, like, when you go out in public, it's just like, it can be a lot sometimes.
Overwhelming.
So, my room is kind of like my safe place. I do my skincare because I'm trying to find a balance of, like finding maybe, like, a hobby as well that I can do, like, that's maybe like a walk in a quieter park. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn something that is, because the town is very busy, so I'm trying to find something now that I can do maybe alone, in quiet. Do you know what I mean? So I can think a little bit more.
And talk to me about the kind of stuff you put up. Is like, how many times a day do you post on TikTok?
So I don't have a limit, and so like I definitely post every day. Some days I could post once, but you know straight away when I post once that I had the most busiest day ever because content, I wake up and I'm thinking, what's the next part of my content? But like sometimes you feel pressured to post content, but I think if you enjoy it like I do, you have to truly enjoy doing the content, because if you don't, you're not going to be motivated. And I truly, it's like second nature to me right now. But I'd post on average, on a good day, maybe 3 times. Some days it could be 1, some days it could be 5. It just depends because most of my videos isn't planned. So I wake up thinking maybe 1 or 2, and by the end of the day there could be 6 up.
There could be 6. And what's your most viewed video so far?
My most viewed videos that I'm only have to start and get back to do, because I was on a diet but I gave up on that guy, the diet girl. I can't do diets, it's not for me. The gym life isn't for me and the skinny life isn't for me. I used to do the plate up videos, plate up like my takeaway food. So you get your food and plate it up on camera on the plate. And all my followers is foodies like me. We love food. So they love gym videos, or what are the videos? The plate ups and my gym videos.
Yeah.
With me rolling around the ground like Peppa Pig. They're the videos that do be the funniest.
And they're giving people a good giggle.
Yeah.
And you have a media manager now.
Yeah, I have a manager right now. She's a great support to me. Well, actually, like, I even look at her like, even I had a video up of us with the last few days. We went away for the weekend and we are like best friends.
Yeah.
It's good to have that type of like she's responsible and she'll do what she's supposed to do, but at the same time she's just like a friend at the same time, which I think is rare and it's important.
Yeah. So you need a manager now because you're getting a lot of bookings for what?
A lot of bookings for events, for collabs, for advertisements, and I suppose she just kind of is there to make sure I'm treated fairly, or just kind of put me down the right kind of path, if that makes sense. And I think anyone that does this, no matter what scope you're on, and a manager is important, because we're like me, myself, like, and other people, if you're new to this, you don't know how things work. You don't know how it should be set up. You don't know nothing, and they're there to advise you on everything.
Yeah, that's what you need, exactly. And so this is your full-time job now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you thought about the future? Because, I suppose a lot of people would say that there's only a short shelf life for something like this.
So, do you know what? I suppose you'd have people say, oh, this is not going to last forever. But do you know what I say back? And for a while, I was kind of scared. I was like, what about if it don't last forever? But nothing lasts forever. We're not even here forever. Do you know, we don't know what tomorrow will bring. And do you know what? I suppose I'm having fun. So what's the worst I can say after it is, like, once you're having fun doing something, what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't go the way that it went for another person. I'm having fun while making the content. I'm going to be in the nursing home with a cane making the content. But I'm not going to set too many goals. I have a few small goals because I just want to see what God, the future, has for me, and I'm going to be grateful for everything that comes my way.
Okay. I never asked you, actually, so you do have strong faith?
I have very, very strong faith.
Yeah.
I'm very religious, yeah.
Yeah, very good. And what about, you mentioned about what comes your way. How far did you go in school, or did you finish?
I actually, this is very interesting. Keep in mind, stay in school, kids. I did drop out when I was after third year, after the junior start. But what I think was very important was, when I was in school, I listened a lot, so I'd like to think I have a very good education, of like a good, I'm good with words and stuff. But like, I do wish I stayed in school longer. But I'm at a point now where what I'm doing is, like, it worked out well for me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, say, I'm advising, say, someone else not to stay in school or so. Like, if you ask me, why do I wish I stayed in school? I wish I stayed in school because if I knew I was going to do this, I could have done better at business, to be an do more accounting for myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or studied media.
Studied media, so, like, school, even though this is said to me all my life, oh, you'll miss school when you're older. And I was like, no, but I promise you, school is the best time ever, and I mean that with all my heart.
Yeah, very good. Well, listen, we there's so much more we could talk about, but we better let you go.
Perfect, and thank you so much for having me.
And it's been an absolute pleasure. I've loved chatting to you, Shane. And people can find you on Instagram and on TikTok, under
yes.
Shane McCarthy. And listen, long may your followers continue to grow.
Thank you.